we should remain busy with both spirituality, adhyatmikta, bhautikta, which is our material life. Both has to go hand in hand. No excess of any. I should not go into spirituality also so much that my work life suffers. Yoga has many approaches. One can approach to Hatha Yoga, can approach to Bhakti Yoga, can approach to Raja Yoga, Sankhya Yoga, you name it. There are so many variations, approaches of yoga. The main thing, as a result of it, the goal is this, to arrive at a union. And how are we going to arrive at a union? For that, again, we have to revisit the definition of yoga from Patanjali's perspective. He says, yoga iti chitta vritti nirodha. It is not just regulation of the mind, but anything that becomes avarodha to the expansion of my chit, meaning my consciousness, has to be removed. So yoga in another way is also about improving my consciousness, so that with this improved, purified and simplified consciousness, the result will be automatic, oneness with the ultimate. And as we purify our consciousness, the first two steps of Ashtanga Yoga becomes very naturally appealing to such an individual. Yama means what not to do, to kill all the weaknesses. The great sage Patanjali, not for nothing he used the first step with a name, Yama. Yama means Lord of Death. What are we supposed to kill as Yama? Our own weaknesses. That is the beginning step of yoga. That does not mean that we have to first have control over weaknesses. No. Let the first step be yoga, so consciousness can appreciate what not to do and what to do. What to do comes under the field of yama. Then comes asanas. Asanas are all about how to make our physical body extremely flexible and energized. This kosha, avaran we call it, annamaya kosha, has to have balanced energy. The energy channels all throughout this annamaya kosha has to be harmonized and should remain in equilibrium. Anytime one falls sick, anytime one remains emotionally disturbed, it affects various koshas, not only annamaya kosha, but it will end up disturbing manomaya kosha, vigyanmaya kosha, pranamaya kosha. All koshas are disturbed. And finally, what becomes of the anandamaya kosha, it also remains disturbed. But if we have the mastery over manomaya kosha, vigyanmaya, I think we can progress on the outermost koshas as well as the innermost kosha. In Swami Vivekananda's terminology, we call it moving into super consciousness and submerging our awareness into subconscious field. Pratyahara is all about focusing our attention on what is relevant, what is important to us, withdrawing our attention from the outworld into what matters, the heart, the feelings of the heart. And with those feelings, retaining a chain of those feelings, the idea, not just now and then, like the drops of water. Kabhi you had one thought, then another thought, then or one assumption, another assumption, or one feeling, and after some time the same feeling repeats, and after 2-3 hours the same feeling appears. That is not dhara. That is not the stream. That is not dhara. Continuous flow of the feelings one carries in one's heart. And only when I'm able to retain this feeling as a dhara, as one continuous stream, I can remain absorbed in dhyan. And ultimately, God willing, we attain more and more improved and more refined states of samadhis. Some of you who are exposed to neuroscience will appreciate this idea that as we age, so does our neural pathways also become very rigid, and you lose what they call neuroplasticity, meaning your ability to remain flexible with ideas, opinions. And as you become more rigid with your ideas and opinions, dogmas, beliefs, this and that, you lose a focus, you lose your openness, you lose the ability to adjust. So, when you turn 45, 50, 60, what happens then? You're aging. Old people, even at 60, I don't know how many of you are associated. Maybe your parents must be 50 something. Or when you witness somebody at the age of 60, 65, 70, ask them to sit properly. Forget about meditation, but just let them sit properly for about 20 minutes or 30 minutes. They'll say, I cannot sit for 30 minutes. My back is hurting or my legs are hurting. They can bend. So, sooner we sharpen our consciousness at earlier age, better it is for us. There are other advantages also, that when genetically your system is getting prepared at a cellular level because of this meditation, after marriage, when you have your children, they will have a different genetic preparation. Imagine you started meditation at 50 or 60. Would you be in a position to transfer your genetic code, which has been potentialized because of meditation? It will not be there. Secondly, if you think, I don't know how many of you have read Swami Vivekananda's life. He died very early. Imagine if he had decided, I will start meditation at the age of 55 after retirement. No one would have known Vivekananda because he died much earlier. So, vital things, the most vital things in life, we should not delay. Finish it fast. To me, spirituality is more vital than even education, your degrees. Because spirituality prepares us not only for this life. Learning of spirituality lasts forever. It remains accumulated. It helps us into the future as well. So there are many advantages to this. Sooner you begin meditation, better it is. Afterward, it becomes difficult to even digest certain concepts because your understanding is also not so flexible. Your nerves also will not cooperate. I give you one simple example. In order to do that, you can also try an experiment in your colleges, in your campus. Have 50 students or 10 students, a group of 10 students. You give them the method how to meditate as per Heartfulness way, right? Then give them the method, same method to another group, but with transmission, with yogic transmission. Have some questions, parameters. How did you feel? And you ask the other group, how did you feel? Compare the results, you will know it. And if you like to do further research, you can find out 10 different best institutions of India in the field of meditation. Mindfulness, Vipassana, Sri Sri, Sadgurus, Brahmakumaris, all you name them. Have 10 from each. I mean, they will not come, but get their methodology, apply it to 10 students each, let them write those parameters, the fundamental questions. Also, compare that with these 10 or 50 individuals that you have chosen meditating with yogic transmission under Heartfulness way. You can create a beautiful research paper on this. So people would know scientifically which is the best system prevailing in India today. So, good luck. And I would like to hear from you how your experiment also goes. I'm telling you with a lot of confidence, with a lot of courage and confidence, I'm sharing this with you. It's, as they say, it's a challenge. My baby, would you like to have ice cream? They'll jump on it. Will they have to use willpower not to eat it? Perhaps. Or to stimulate your mind and say, my son, please use willpower and finish this ice cream. You will not have to use willpower when it comes to finishing off something you cherish, something you love. So the love, the interest is very important. You will do it at any cost. So I think if you have interest and if you have keen desire, what we call in Hindi vyakulta or tadap, nothing can stop us. And especially when you have the tadap, restlessness to achieve the highest, you have to have that level of tadap. We are not saying that you leave your home. We don't want you to become Mirabai living your Ranaji. You can be with Ranaji and help him also evolve, meditate together. Our bhautik jivan, earning money, looking after family, community at large. We should remain busy with both spirituality, adhyatmikta, bhautikta, which is our material life. Both has to go hand in hand. No excess of any. I should not go into spirituality also so much that my work life suffers. Of course, I should not go into work life also so much that my spirituality suffers. Both have to be integrated. Babuji Maharaj, my Guruji, used to say very often that these both existences, the plane of spirituality and plane of material world, they are like two wings of a bird. Can a bird fly with one wing? If one wing is longer than the other, what will happen? It will go only in circle. And until that balance happens in our life, we will go on circling. And this circling in our tradition is known as Kal Chakra or the chakra of life and death. Moment you achieve the balance, you're no longer in circle. It's because your two wings are not in balance. They go like this. If one wing is heavier, it will go like this. If this wing is heavier, it will go in an opposite direction. If they're at balance, you can go straight up. That is evolution.
Your job may define what you do, but not who you are within. Click on the video to explore how anyone, in any role, can grow spiritually.